Brothers and sisters, this is your brother Isa Bokar C. on our Africa Bridge program on the YouTube TV series synchronized with Radio Halo Gambia, and will be distributed via WhatsApp, SoundCloud, Facebook, and other outlets at our disposal. And on our session today, or program today, the topic or the theme is diasporans, a noun which has unfortunately been transformed into a sour adjective, a stigma that is nourishing self-rejection, where self-worth should replace it, and then usher dignity, where we reject identity crisis. We are one people, one race, one nation, one humanity. But as the English saying goes, charity begins at home. You cannot export ideas based on unity or geared towards unifying people without you being united among yourself. We cannot entertain a serpent within the ranks that keeps us jumping from the line and separating us, and then we turn around and say, let us unite, but we still leave the stigma, the virus, and the serpent in our psyche. We will not unite. And unity is not imposed. It is not imposed. It cannot be imposed. Neither can peace be imposed. Now, you have never had in any country in the world, any society, where they would say a law or a bill has today been passed to force people to be peaceful and live in peace. You don't hear that. The only reason why people will live in peace is to be taught and understand what affects others. And if you refuse to accept the discipline that maintains that backbone, then you will face the consequences. Whether one likes it or not, when law remains the base, he or she is bound to live in peace with his kin and neighbors and countrymen and women. Because even if you don't want to live in peace, you are obliged to respect the peace. Otherwise, you will face the consequences from law. Well, that being the case, let us listen first and then we come back. Brothers and sisters, let me solemnly declare here today, within the context and the concept of togetherness, and also underlining and underpinning the importance of unity in citizenship and rising above self, that I am not a diaspora, and don't call me a diaspora. I am the great-grandson of Bokar Sada C, of the Sid dynasty and the Sea kingdom in Bundu, and that is not in the Western Hemisphere. It is in Gambia, in Senegal, in Kabu, in West Africa, in Africa. I refuse to be a diaspora. I was born African and precisely in the Gambia. Why not we start reflecting on this divisive noun that some turn into an adjective, as it cannot and should not supersede the importance of birth certificates, national identity cards, passports, and above all, the republic that connects us all, or that connects all of us under one dome of everlasting nationhood. I am not a diasporan. My siblings are not diasporans. And I refuse to be identified as a diasporan. And I would advise and appeal to the government henceforth, if they can introduce and enact laws like these ones, I would be very happy. It doesn't mean that it's going to be done. It's an opinion. And these opinions and ideas shift gears into action, or they shift gears into being lessons that will finally be filtered, looked into, and will influence the legislature. Therefore, we have laws. These laws are for us. We make them. The laws don't make us. They guide us, but we make them to guide us. It's just like men and women made watches, and those watches guide us in time. But watches don't make human beings, and money does not make human beings. Now, that being the case, I refuse to be identified as a diaspora. We should identify ourselves as one people and one nation. And our governments, please, if they can enact laws that will criminalize ethnocentric feelings, tribalism, and things of that sort, and religious extremism, and also if they can criminalize people who scorn and ridicule the physically challenged or those with physical needs, and also to stigmatize people who were raped, especially a woman, and also to criminalize discrimination against a diasporan, and the diasporan also discriminating against the indigenous. That will help society. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters.